We begin day 2 of our European road trip at 5 AM in what is essentially a massive field just outside of Canterbury.
The sun's over there. We're alive.
And after an interesting first night sleeping in our car, we begin to break camp. So while Rebecca was away brushing her teeth, I needed to make the switch from bed mode to car mode, and it's as easy as this. We are using the Exped Mega Mat Auto Camping Mattress, and this thing is amazing. But there's definitely a learning curve when using it for the first time. I'd set the mattress too firm and forgot to adjust it before going to sleep, and that's the thing I love about this mattress. You can dial in your preferred level of firmness, for lack of a better word, by simply releasing some air. And as you can see, this thing is so easy to set up and pack away. The trick I was told to pack away any self-inflating mattress is to take your time and don't fight it. This was one of the items I extensively researched, because we would be sleeping in the car for the bulk of our road trip. You could use a simple inflatable mattress or a tri-folding memory foam mattress, but the self-inflating mattresses seem to be the perfect compromise between overall size and comfort. And the real bonus is it fits perfectly in the subfloor, front boot, rear boot, or the back seats of the Tesla Model Y. We were both so surprised at how much support this mattress gives you. Definitely one of the best pieces of kit we bought for this trip. We had to leave our table and chairs outside overnight since we didn't want to cram them in the front of the car, but we didn't think about the morning dew, so everything was soaking wet. Luckily we brought a whole bunch of microfiber towels with us, and this one I'm using is called a waffle towel, which is really good for soaking up water. And as you can see, the Model Y just eats up all of our kit so easily. And if you were travelling with a family or more people, you could always have one of those roof storage boxes as well for extra space. 1 hour later we're on the road, and little did we know this would be the last of the British countryside we would see for the next 18 days.
We have just arrived at Folkestone Channel Tunnel. We're just at the supercharger at Folkestone Channel Tunnel. It actually gave us an earlier crossing, so we're gonna take the earlier crossing. As you can tell, we're a bit tired. But yeah, it means we'll get to France earlier, and then we can just take our time. So we have no idea like what we have to do, so we're just going with the flow. But yeah, I think in 10 minutes we're going to be called for boarding, so we'll be on the train soon.
And this is what we are about to go on. This is the Channel Tunnel, sometimes known as the Chunnel. It has the longest undersea section of any tunnel and is the 3rd longest railway tunnel in the world. At its lowest point, it is 115 metres below sea level, which I'm glad we didn't discover before boarding the train. You can travel as a foot passenger on a normal train, or you can do what we're doing and travel in your own vehicle, which is loaded onto special rail cars. This is one of the only places where you can say you went for a pee 115 metres below the sea, going 99 miles per hour, because that's the maximum speed this railway line is limited to.
You know, so we're locked in.
Don't. I'm absolutely. It's terrifying. If you look, they've put shutters, they've shut us in.
We're not going anywhere. Yeah, I don't know how good the audio is going to be in this, but because we need to have our windows down for safety reasons, obviously. So yeah, that's us on the train to go through the Channel Tunnel. So there's a couple of things we need to do. We need to change the speed from miles per hour over to kilometres an hour. And we need to apply some stickers for Germany and Switzerland. So we don't really need to do that now, but just save time doing it just now. And yeah, other than that, it should be 35 minutes once it gets going, and we'll be in France. And technically I think we are
Technically we're in France.
legally in France because we've crossed the border supposedly. So yeah, we're in France now, even though we're not. Strange. People are walking. Seems like you can get out. We'll wait and see. Anyway, our first task, change the speed.
Oh, there is toilets.
So fantastic. So we're gonna go to display, and then it's a simple case of British language, UK, time, 24-hour, energy, distance in miles. So we're gonna change that to kilometers, and then that should change our speed.
It's already changed, sir.
Well, it's changed our distance, yes, it's changed our distance to kilometres now. And I think that technically that should change our speed to kilometres as well. So yeah, that is that task done.
And as we enter the tunnel, we finally leave the UK behind in exchange for the sunny sights of France. 7:42 AM, well UK time, it's probably going to change to France time, which I think is an hour ahead. We're in France now, officially, actually French soil. We're aiming to head for somewhere in the Netherlands, so we're going to need to stop off for a supercharge at Bruges in Belgium. And as far as I'm aware, that's the only supercharge we need to make today until we actually get to Eindhoven or Maastricht in the Netherlands. We will actually need to make another stop at Supercharger just to charge up before the campsite, whatever campsite it is that we decide to go to. But yeah, we are here. That was super quick, it was super easy. It was kind of scary actually driving onto the train, but now that we're here and we've done it once, it actually wasn't too bad. So yeah, I recommend it. Do you recommend it?
I mean, it's fast. It's a bit scary, but it's fast. We're in France.
Looks different already, even though it's all like a
It's just sunny, baby. Solar panels.
We're in France. Oui, oui.
After supercharging on the outskirts of Bruges, we decided to spend a few hours checking out this interesting Belgian city while we had the chance. And this was the perfect start to our Euro trip. Unlike Scotland, the sun was shining and we were starting to recover from our 10-hour drive the previous day. With only a few hours to play with, we strolled around the city centre, which has some super cool medieval buildings and so many canals. It really is a beautiful city, with lots of great food which we were lucky enough to enjoy. But sadly we had to get back on the road and continue our journey as we leave Belgium to enter our third mainland European country of the day.
I want to ride my bicycle. Oh my god. We are in the Netherlands. We are in the Netherlands, aka Holland. We literally just crossed the border. We drove through France and Belgium, and now we are in the Netherlands. And what beautiful scenery we've seen along the way. It has been a fantastic drive today. What a complete and utter change compared to yesterday. A really nice start to the European road trip. I think we're close to Eindhoven. We are going to a campsite soon once our car finishes charging. I am very tired. This is going to be our first time setting up the tent, so we're pretty knackered. We both really want a shower. It's really hot, it's like 30 degrees Celsius. We cannot complain about the weather because we left Scotland and it was cold and it was wet, so we cannot complain. But we are British and we will complain. It's just what we do. But anyway, we want to get the tent set up and get a wash and then just chill for the rest of the day. We'll do a wee one night stay at the campsite and then we'll be off to continue our venture tomorrow into another country, believe it or not, as we head to Berlin. So yeah, what a great day it's been. Cannot complain. We had lovely food in Bruges. We stopped at the supercharger at Bruges, charged up, and then we actually went into the city or town of Bruges. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll have seen some footage of that. So yeah, been absolutely spoiled, been fantastic. So, hey, I'm rambling, I know. I'm rambling supposedly. Rebecca's there. Say hi. Hi. Hi.
Luck was on our side as we finally managed to find a campsite who had a last minute cancellation, and we got the final pitch. And this is our car tent, set up for the first time. If you're unlike us and you've actually set up a tent before, you'll see we don't have any guy lines tied down, and that is going to haunt us later in the trip. Inside the quarantine tent, it looks like something from E.T. We are drying our bath towels on our handy portable washing line before spending our first night sleeping in the car with the tent connected, which was a welcome change from the previous night, and we'll talk more about that in another video. On the next episode of our European road trip, we leave Holland and get our first taste of Germany.
We were on the Autobahn, weren't we?
We were going 200 plus kilometers an hour.
As we push forward towards Berlin and find ourselves in our first ever German campsite next to the town of Kassel.